Hey everyone, and welcome to this explainer. Today we're taking a really close look at a PLR package known as the Invisible Authority Blueprint. Now, if you've been around the digital marketing block a few times, you know that things aren't always exactly what they seem on the surface, right? So we're going to tear this down and look at the actual deliverables, the legal fine print, and the hidden mechanics driving this specific product launch. Let's get into it. Okay, so let's start with the hook. $12.98. This is the highly visible, heavily marketed front-end price tag that gets you in the door. It's designed to look like an absolute steal. I mean, for just under $13, you are ostensibly getting a completely built digital business asset that's ready to deploy. It's a super compelling angle that naturally creates immediate curiosity. But here is the empirical reality: $390.93. That is the total cost of the complete funnel lurking just out of sight right behind that checkout button. That is a massive, massive jump from $13, isn't it? If you say yes to every single upgrade and bump offer they throw at you after that initial purchase, you are looking at dropping nearly $400. This back-to-back pricing contrast literally perfectly illustrates the iceberg model of digital marketing. The headline price is just the tip sitting above the water. So let's unpack exactly what happens beneath the surface. We need to figure out what you're actually getting, what you're being upsold, and what the true cost of doing business actually is here. Section 1. The core tripwire offer. What's really fascinating here is the specific angle of the content itself. At the very tip of the iceberg, the core offer drawing buyers in is a 10-lesson coaching kit targeting low visibility leadership. It's actually specifically designed for professionals who want to build influence and trust, but without resorting to aggressive self-promotion or pretending to be an extrovert. Honestly, it's a very coherent, tight topic rather than just some vague, generic leadership grab bag. Now, the sales page explicitly frames this product as a tripwire, meaning it's not meant to be a comprehensive, standalone business in a box. It's really just a fast, credible entry point that you are supposed to plug into your own sales sequence. Its whole job is to filter for actual buyers, people willing to open their wallets, rather than freebie seekers, which then leads them naturally into your own higher-priced offers. Of course, as you go through the page, you're going to see typical marketing pressure. You know the drill, a countdown timer pushing that $12.98 entry price before the official launch window completely closes. This scarcity tactic is standard operating procedure, creating that sense of urgency to grab the fire sale price before time runs out. Section 2. Inside the 11 modules. To be completely fair to the vendor here, a Hong Kong-based company called Wealthy PLR Limited, we need to validate what you actually get. And right out of the gate, it's a lot. You get 10 research-backed written lessons covering everything from building trust to giving feedback. Plus, you get 10 matching professionally produced MP4 video lessons, which totals roughly 20 to 30 minutes of solid video content. And it doesn't stop there. They also supply those exact same 10 lessons in MP3 audio format right alongside editable PowerPoint slide decks. So you're getting true multi-format coverage. Honestly, this breadth of formats is a massive point in the product's favor, because it allows you to reach audiences whether they prefer reading, watching, or listening. On top of all that, you get the actual marketing infrastructure you need to sell the thing. We're talking editable e-covers in PSD and PNG formats, a ready-to-use affiliate center, HTML sales pages, and email swipes to help you plug this right into your own funnel. They are literally handing you the raw materials to brand this whole package as your own. The vendor claims this entire 11-module bundle holds a total value of $2,837. Now look, we all know that is purely their own marketing math, designed to make that $13 price tag look completely irresistible. It's definitely not an independent appraisal. But looking objectively at the deliverables, the actual content provided is undeniably substantial for $13. Section 3. Uncovering the hidden funnel. Okay, here is where we plunge underwater and expose what's really going on. Based on verified Warrior Plus dashboard data, we can see the true scope of the offer. Bundled inside this funnel are 2 entirely unlisted, totally separate PLR packs, one called Champion Within and another called Voice of Influence. And each of these comes with its own aggressive upsells, pro editions, and $37 bump offers, dragging your total possible spend all the way up to that $390.93 mark. The big issue here is transparency. A buyer reading that initial sales page has absolute zero warning that these completely unrelated products are waiting for them mid-checkout. You go in thinking you were buying a specific kit on low visibility leadership, and suddenly, boom,
You're hit with a gauntlet of unexpected, differently branded products. And you know what? We know this isn't just a one-off mistake. We've seen this exact bait-and-switch structural pattern from this specific vendor before on a totally different product called the Motivation Momentum System. So this confirms it's a deliberate, repeatable business strategy. They rely on that low entry price to get you in the door, and then they hit you with the unlisted bundles. Section 4. Strict Terms and Licensing. Let's see how this all fits into their legal framework, which is the unbending anchor holding this entire product together. Now, while the hidden upsells are definitely a bit murky, the PLR license right on the sales page is actually incredibly transparent and explicitly detailed. And honestly, that is a breath of fresh air, because you don't have to guess or wait until after you buy to understand exactly what your rights are. So, to break it down objectively, let's look at the rules. You absolutely can edit, rename, and sell the finished PDFs or videos. You can bundle them, or you can use them as lead magnets. That's all great. However, you absolutely cannot sell the editable source files, and you cannot pass on resale rights to your own customers. Basically, you own what you build with the files, but you can't just turn around and sell the underlying package itself. You also need to be intensely aware of the stark reality of their refund policy. All sales are final, with absolutely zero exceptions or safety nets. There are no technical issue carve-outs here. It is a hard no. This means if you get swept up in that nearly $400 funnel and experience a wave of buyer's remorse, you cannot get your money back, period.
Section 5. Is it actually worth it?
So, knowing all of this, the substantial content, the hidden upsells, the super strict terms, how can an online entrepreneur actually extract real value from this package? Well, if we balance the scales, the high-quality, multi-format deliverables are fantastic for the price. Having content in 4 different formats saves a ton of creation time. But this is only a good deal provided you can successfully navigate past that undisclosed upsell countlet without blind buying, knowing full well you have zero refund protection. Look, if you do decide to buy it, follow these steps to actually make it work for you. First, immediately download the front end and review the actual content. Second, decide its primary use case. Are you going to use it as a paid tripwire or a free lead magnet? Third, spend a few hours rebranding it to fit your specific voice and audience. And finally, plug it into your own marketing infrastructure. Do not just let this sit collecting digital dust on your hard drive. Because at the end of the day, this product only works if you already have a system to put it in. Its whole value proposition depends on having somewhere for this content to lead your customers. So I want to leave you with this final thought. Are you building a funnel that actually needs a tripwire, or are you just buying blindly into someone else's? Which side of the iceberg are you really on? Take some time to think about that. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, and I'll catch you on the next one.